In today's video, we're unlocking the 15 Stoic secrets that can help you master your mindset, overcome obstacles, and make everything you desire become a reality. Whether you're striving for success, peace of mind, or personal growth, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism holds the key to unlocking your potential. So, grab a notebook, because these principles could change the way you approach life forever. Let's get started. Number 1. Focus on what you can control. In life, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by circumstances beyond our control. It's easy to get caught up in the unpredictability of the world, whether it's the actions of others, the state of the economy, or the weather. Yet, the most empowering realization is that while we can't control everything, we can control how we respond. Focusing on what you can control is the key to navigating life's challenges with resilience and peace of mind. By redirecting your energy toward aspects within your control, you can reclaim a sense of purpose and stability, regardless of the external chaos that may swirl around you. The first step in embracing this mindset is acknowledging that the only thing we can truly control is ourselves, our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions. When faced with stressful situations, it's natural to feel helpless, especially when others' actions impact us. But instead of dwelling on what others are doing or trying to change them, we can choose how to respond. For instance, if a colleague is rude, we cannot control their behavior, but we can control how we react to it, whether we let it affect our mood or choose to remain calm and unaffected. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful. It turns us from passive observers of our circumstances into active participants in our own emotional and mental well-being. Another area we can focus on is our mindset. Our thoughts shape our reality, and by consciously choosing to focus on positive, productive thoughts, we can shift our experiences. For example, in moments of failure or setbacks, we can choose to see them as opportunities for growth, rather than allowing ourselves to get bogged down in self-pity or frustration. When we cultivate a mindset of gratitude and optimism, we create a foundation for resilience. Even in the face of challenges, we can focus on the things that are working and the progress we've made, rather than obsessing over what's going wrong. Time is another resource we can control. How we spend our time greatly influences the quality of our lives. We can't add more hours to the day, but we can prioritize how we spend the time we have. For example, if we're feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities, we can focus on organizing our tasks, setting clear goals, and breaking them down into manageable steps. By taking deliberate actions to manage our time effectively, we not only reduce stress, but also increase our productivity and sense of accomplishment. Our habits and routines are also within our control. The small daily choices we make compound over time to shape the trajectory of our lives. Whether it's dedicating time to exercise, adopting healthy eating habits, or committing to learning a new skill, these daily practices have a profound impact on our well-being. It's easy to feel discouraged by the enormity of long-term goals, but by focusing on consistent, small actions, we can create lasting change. The key is to focus on the process rather than the outcome, and to trust that small improvements will add up over time. Lastly, we have control over our environment. While we may not be able to change everything about our surroundings, we can take steps to create a space that supports our well-being. Whether it's decluttering our home, setting boundaries with others, or cultivating positive relationships, we can shape the environment that surrounds us. A peaceful, organized environment can help us stay focused and reduce stress, creating a foundation for mental clarity and emotional balance. Ultimately, focusing on what you can control doesn't mean ignoring the bigger picture or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about choosing to direct your energy toward the aspects of your life that are within your power. When you let go of the need to control everything and focus on your own response, mindset, time, habits, and environment, you'll find that you have more influence over your life than you may have realized. By taking responsibility for what you can control, you regain your sense of agency and create a more fulfilling, peaceful existence. Number 2. Embrace discomfort. Embrace discomfort, a powerful yet often misunderstood idea, is not about seeking pain or hardship, but rather about choosing to grow through challenges that push us out of our comfort zones. In a world that prioritizes ease and convenience, the notion of embracing discomfort seems counterintuitive, yet it holds the key to personal development, resilience, and achieving greatness. Discomfort, in many forms, whether physical, emotional, or mental, forces us to confront our limits, reassess our beliefs, and reframe our thinking. When we step into discomfort, we break free from stagnation and unlock new levels of potential that we might otherwise never discover. It is within this space of unease that we find opportunities for learning and transformation. Our natural instinct is to avoid discomfort. It's human nature to seek comfort, security, and stability, but by doing so, we often prevent ourselves from reaching our fullest potential. Growth only happens when we step beyond the boundaries of what is familiar and safe. Whether it's pushing through physical fatigue during a workout, facing difficult conversations in personal relationships, or taking risks in our careers, these moments of discomfort are often the ones that define our success. The hardest challenges are the ones that yield the greatest rewards. When we push through discomfort, we train ourselves to be resilient, to face fear head-on, and to develop problem-solving skills that are essential for navigating life's unpredictability. In embracing discomfort, we also learn to develop a mindset that views failure as an opportunity rather than a setback. Many people fear failure because it represents discomfort, but those who succeed are often those who are willing to fail, learn, and try again. Discomfort teaches us humility, perseverance, and the ability to adapt. It reveals our weaknesses and helps us address them head-on, turning vulnerabilities into strengths. We begin to understand that true progress doesn't happen overnight, and the discomfort we feel today is merely the precursor to the triumphs of tomorrow. Furthermore, embracing discomfort forces us to be present in the moment. In moments of challenge, we are forced to focus, to engage fully with what is in front of us. This deepens our awareness of both our inner strength and the world around us. Whether it's an intense workout, a creative pursuit, or navigating a difficult personal situation, discomfort draws us into the present, forcing us to confront what we're really capable of achieving. In doing so, it often leads to moments of clarity and insight that we wouldn't otherwise have. The benefits of embracing discomfort are not limited to personal development alone. In fact, the collective growth of a society depends on the individuals who are willing to step into uncomfortable spaces and advocate for change. Whether it's fighting for social justice, pushing for environmental sustainability, or challenging outdated systems of thinking, discomfort is at the heart of progress. Those who dare to stand up for what is right often face the harshest resistance, but they are also the ones who make the greatest impact. History is filled with examples of individuals and movements that have embraced discomfort for the greater good, leading to transformative change. In conclusion, discomfort is not something to fear or avoid. It is a tool for growth, a catalyst for change, and a pathway to greater fulfillment. By embracing discomfort, we build resilience, develop stronger character, and open ourselves to new possibilities. The next time you feel that pang of unease, take a moment to acknowledge it, not as a barrier, but as an opportunity to stretch your limits, to evolve, and to move closer to the person you are meant to become. Number 3. Live according to nature. Living according to nature is a concept that has existed for centuries, rooted in the idea that humans should align their lives with the rhythms and patterns of the natural world. It's a philosophy that emphasizes simplicity, mindfulness, and balance, encouraging people to live in a way that respects the environment, promotes personal well-being, and fosters a sense of connection to the world around them. At its core, living according to nature means observing the cycles of life and understanding that we are part of a larger ecosystem, not separate from it. This perspective invites individuals to embrace the natural world in its full complexity, appreciating the interdependence of all living things. In practical terms, living according to nature often involves making conscious choices that support sustainability and harmony. This can manifest in numerous ways, such as eating a plant-based diet or sourcing food from local organic farms. By consuming foods that are grown in harmony with the earth, individuals reduce their carbon footprint and lessen the strain on natural resources. Reducing waste, minimizing the use of plastic, and adopting more sustainable energy sources are other ways to live in alignment with nature. These choices are not only about protecting the planet, but also about creating a lifestyle that fosters physical and mental health, as studies show that spending time in nature, breathing fresh air, and eating wholesome foods can significantly improve overall well-being. The philosophy of living according to nature also encourages mindfulness and simplicity in everyday life. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become disconnected from the natural world, focusing instead on material pursuits and superficial distractions. However, taking time to slow down, appreciate the present moment, and simplify one's life can lead to greater peace of mind and a deeper connection to one's surroundings. Nature's inherent rhythms, such as the rising and setting of the sun, the changing seasons, and the ebb and flow of tides, serve as reminders to find balance and perspective in our own lives. Just as the seasons change, so too do the phases of our lives, and living according to nature encourages us to embrace these changes rather than resist them. Incorporating natural elements into daily life can also involve spending more time outdoors. Whether it's going for walks in the park, hiking in the mountains, or simply sitting by a river, immersing oneself in nature helps to ground us and reminds us of the importance of connection, both to the earth and to others. Nature has a unique way of fostering a sense of awe and wonder, which can be transformative in helping people feel more centered and content. These experiences not only reduce stress, but can also cultivate a sense of gratitude and humility, reinforcing the idea that we are part of a larger whole. Living according to nature also means nurturing the planet for future generations. It is a recognition that our actions have long-lasting impacts on the environment, and that we must act responsibly to protect the Earth's ecosystems. This involves supporting sustainable practices, advocating for environmental policies, and fostering a collective sense of responsibility to safeguard the planet's resources. By living in harmony with nature, we send a powerful message about the importance of environmental stewardship and inspire others to adopt more mindful and sustainable lifestyles. In conclusion, living according to nature is not just about making eco-friendly choices, but about adopting a mindset that embraces the interconnectedness of life. It involves cultivating a deep respect for the environment, understanding our role in the larger ecosystem, and making conscious decisions that promote balance, sustainability, and well-being. In a world that often feels disconnected from nature, living in alignment with it offers a path to greater peace, fulfillment, and a more harmonious relationship with the world around us. Number 4, practice negative visualization. Negative visualization, a powerful practice rooted in Stoic philosophy, encourages individuals to imagine the worst-case scenario in order to prepare emotionally for life's uncertainties. While it may seem counterintuitive to focus on negative outcomes, this mental exercise is designed to cultivate resilience, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. By consciously contemplating what might go wrong, we develop a stronger sense of acceptance and a clearer understanding of what we truly value. At its core, negative visualization involves mentally rehearsing situations in which things do not go as planned. For example, you might imagine losing your job, facing a personal loss, or dealing with health issues. The idea isn't to dwell on these negative thoughts or to manifest them into reality, but rather to recognize the potential for adversity, and through this recognition, develop an emotional fortitude that allows you to handle such events with grace and calmness. It's a proactive approach to life's inevitable challenges, preparing the mind for hardship before it arrives, so it does not take us by surprise when it does. The practice of negative visualization has roots in Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, who emphasize the importance of preparing for misfortune as a way to build emotional strength. They understood that life is unpredictable, and by anticipating difficulties we can develop a sense of detachment from the outcome. This detachment does not mean we stop caring about what happens to us, but it enables us to approach difficult situations with a sense of equanimity and resilience. Instead of being overwhelmed by fear or anxiety, we are better equipped to handle whatever comes our way. Another benefit of negative visualization is that it can foster gratitude. When we take a moment to imagine losing something or someone important to us, whether it's our health, our loved ones, or our material possessions, we are reminded of how much we have to be thankful for in the present. This shift in perspective helps us see the value in the ordinary and appreciate the things we often take for granted. By recognizing the fragility of life, we develop a deeper sense of appreciation for what we currently possess, both materially and emotionally. In this way, negative visualization becomes a tool for cultivating gratitude and enhancing our overall well-being. Moreover, negative visualization helps us to stop fearing what we cannot control. It allows us to reflect on the worst-case scenario and ask ourselves, what would I do if this happens? This question encourages us to develop a plan for handling adversity. By mentally rehearsing our response to difficult situations, we reduce the fear of uncertainty and increase our confidence in our ability to navigate hardship. The result is a more proactive mindset, where we feel empowered to face challenges rather than being paralyzed by the fear of the unknown. In addition to fostering resilience and gratitude, negative visualization can also enhance decision-making. When we are aware of the potential downsides of a situation, we are more likely to make informed choices. By considering the worst possible outcome, we can evaluate risks more effectively and make decisions with a clearer sense of perspective. This practice can help us avoid impulsive decisions driven by emotion or fear and encourage us to make choices that are aligned with our long-term values and goals. In conclusion, while negative visualization may seem like a gloomy or pessimistic practice at first glance, it is, in fact, a powerful tool for building emotional strength, gratitude, and clarity in life. By regularly contemplating the worst-case scenario, we prepare ourselves for adversity, cultivate a sense of resilience, and learn to appreciate what we have in the present moment. It is a practice that enables us to face the uncertainties of life with calmness, wisdom, and a deep sense of gratitude, allowing us to lead a more fulfilling and balanced life. Number 5. Accept fate with equanimity. Accepting fate with equanimity is a concept that has roots in various philosophical and spiritual traditions, often seen as a path to inner peace and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Equanimity, derived from the Latin word equanimitas, means mental calmness, evenness of temper, and a state of balance, especially in situations that would normally provoke stress or emotional upheaval. To accept fate with equanimity involves embracing life as it unfolds, without becoming overly attached to particular outcomes or allowing ourselves to be unduly disturbed by the inevitable highs and lows we encounter. The practice of accepting fate with equanimity does not mean passivity or resignation. It's not about giving up on trying to improve our lives or our circumstances. Rather, it is about cultivating a balanced approach to both success and failure. When we accept that life is full of uncertainties, we shift from an attachment to control to a deeper understanding that certain things are beyond our influence. There is a profound freedom in recognizing this. When we stop clinging to the idea that we can control every aspect of our lives, we free ourselves from the constant cycle of striving and struggling against what is. This mindset is especially important in the face of adversity. Life has a way of throwing unexpected challenges our way. Loss, disappointment, failure, and suffering are part of the human experience. When we encounter these moments, our instinct might be to fight against them, to resist what is happening, or to wish things were different. However, resistance often leads to greater suffering. When we accept things as they are, we free ourselves from the emotional turmoil of wishing for something else. This acceptance is not a sign of weakness but of strength, as it requires courage to face life's hardships without letting them overpower us. The Stoic philosophers, particularly Epictetus, emphasize the importance of focusing only on what is within our control and learning to let go of the rest. He suggested that while we cannot control the events that happen to us, we can control our responses to them. By practicing equanimity, we gain the ability to face the challenges of life without being consumed by them. This Stoic approach teaches that we should not allow external events to disturb our inner peace. Instead, we must aim to maintain our composure, even when life feels chaotic. In Eastern philosophy, particularly in Buddhism, acceptance of fate is central to the concept of detachment. The Buddha taught that attachment to desires, expectations, and outcomes is a primary source of suffering. When we let go of the need to control or predict everything, we can find peace in the present moment without being swept away by fear or longing. By accepting life's transient nature and embracing its impermanence, we cultivate a deeper sense of calm. This doesn't mean we stop caring or stop striving for improvement, but rather that we approach life with a sense of equanimity, recognizing that change is inevitable and that peace comes when we accept this truth. Accepting fate with equanimity also encourages us to embrace the idea of trust. Trust that whatever happens is part of a greater plan, even if we cannot always understand it in the moment. This trust fosters a sense of security and surrender, knowing that even in the face of difficulty, there is value in the experience. This outlook can transform even the most challenging situations into opportunities for growth and learning, as we begin to see them not as burdens, but as valuable lessons. Ultimately, the practice of accepting fate with equanimity is about finding harmony within ourselves. It requires a conscious effort to shift our perspective, to embrace the ebb and flow of life, understanding that we are not defined by any single event or outcome, but by our ability to maintain balance and poise amidst whatever comes our way. Through this approach, we become more resilient, more adaptable, and better equipped to face the complexities of life with grace. Number 6. Pursue virtue. Above all. Pursuing virtue above all else is a philosophy that has resonated throughout history, from ancient philosophers to modern thinkers, as the ultimate guide to leading a meaningful and fulfilling life. The essence of this idea lies in the belief that true happiness, wisdom, and success stem not from the accumulation of wealth, status, or power, but from the cultivation of virtuous character. Virtue, in this context, refers to qualities like honesty, integrity, compassion, courage, and humility, traits that guide individuals to act with moral excellence and to uphold ethical standards in all aspects of life. At the core of this pursuit is the idea that personal fulfillment and societal well-being are deeply interconnected. A virtuous person not only benefits themselves but also contributes positively to the community around them. For instance, virtues like kindness and empathy foster harmonious relationships and mutual respect. A society filled with individuals who pursue virtue will, as a result, become a place of cooperation, understanding, and support. This creates a ripple effect, where one person's commitment to integrity can inspire others to act in the same way, thus amplifying the overall goodness in the world. To pursue virtue above all, one must first be aware of the distractions and temptations that often lead people away from this path. In a world that celebrates material success and outward appearances, it can be easy to lose sight of the values that truly matter. Many individuals find themselves driven by the pursuit of fame, wealth, or personal gratification, believing that these external rewards will bring them lasting happiness. However, such pursuits often lead to emptiness and dissatisfaction. In contrast, a life guided by virtue offers fulfillment that is deep and enduring, because it is rooted in moral principles rather than fleeting desires. Moreover, the pursuit of virtue requires self-reflection and a commitment to personal growth. It is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of learning, improving, and striving to be better. Virtue is not a quality that one possesses at all times, but something that requires conscious effort and constant practice. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle emphasized this idea, describing virtue as a habit formed by repeated actions. By consistently choosing what is right, even when it is difficult, one strengthens their character and becomes more virtuous over time. Additionally, pursuing virtue means embracing challenges and confronting difficult situations with integrity. Life is full of obstacles and hardships, but how one responds to them reveals the true nature of their character. A virtuous person does not shy away from adversity, but faces it with courage, making decisions that are morally sound even when they are not the easiest or most popular. This inner strength, built upon a foundation of virtue, enables individuals to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. The pursuit of virtue also involves striving for balance in all areas of life. It is not enough to be virtuous in one aspect, such as honesty, while neglecting other virtues, like patience or self-control. A virtuous life is one of harmony, where each quality works in concert to create a well-rounded character. This balance helps individuals navigate complex moral dilemmas and make decisions that align with their values, even when faced with competing interests. Ultimately, the pursuit of virtue is an expression of one's commitment to living with purpose and integrity. It calls individuals to rise above the noise of external pressures and focus on what truly matters, the cultivation of a good character. In doing so, they find a sense of peace and fulfillment that is not dependent on external circumstances. By choosing to pursue virtue above all, individuals can lead lives that are not only meaningful to themselves, but also leave a positive impact on the world around them, creating a ripple effect of goodness that transcends generations. Number 7. Journaling for self-improvement. Journaling for self-improvement is a powerful tool that can significantly impact personal growth and well-being. It provides a space for individuals to reflect, track progress, and clarify their thoughts. By putting pen to paper, one can release pent-up emotions, understand deeper motivations, and identify patterns in behavior or thinking that may need adjustment. The process is both therapeutic and insightful, as it encourages mindfulness and introspection. Unlike other forms of self-improvement that might focus solely on external actions, journaling invites a deeper look into one's inner world, helping individuals become more self-aware. The act of journaling can take many forms, depending on one's goals and preferences. Some people choose to write daily about their experiences, frustrations, or moments of joy. This helps them process emotions in real time, preventing negative feelings from accumulating and affecting their mental health. Others may engage in gratitude journaling, where they list things they are thankful for, fostering a positive mindset that focuses on abundance rather than lack. Bullet journaling, a more structured form, allows for goal setting, habit tracking, and planning, making it a valuable tool for those looking to organize their self-improvement efforts in a tangible way. Through journaling, individuals can also set clear, achievable goals and create action plans for personal development. Writing down aspirations helps solidify intentions and makes them feel more tangible. As people track their progress over time, they begin to recognize their achievements, no matter how small, which boosts motivation and a sense of accomplishment. The act of revisiting goals regularly also ensures that they remain at the forefront of one's mind, prompting consistent action. In addition to helping with goal setting, journaling can also facilitate self-reflection. By regularly writing about thoughts, feelings, and experiences, individuals begin to uncover the underlying reasons for certain patterns of behavior. This self-awareness is crucial in making lasting changes and improving one's life. For example, journaling about a recent conflict can provide insight into how one reacted, why they responded in that way, and what they might do differently in the future. This reflection can guide better decision-making, enhance emotional intelligence, and lead to healthier relationships with others. Journaling also promotes mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. When individuals take the time to write, they are forced to slow down and consider their experiences carefully. This process can help them understand their thoughts and emotions with greater clarity, reducing stress and anxiety. It can also enhance creativity, as free-flow writing often leads to unexpected insights and ideas. Many people find that their best ideas come to them when they sit down to write without a specific agenda, simply allowing their mind to wander and explore. Furthermore, journaling serves as a mirror, reflecting one's growth over time. Looking back on past entries can reveal how far someone has come, highlighting areas of improvement and areas that still require attention. This sense of progress can be incredibly motivating and reassuring, reminding individuals that personal growth is a journey, not a destination. The process of journaling itself becomes a testament to one's commitment to self-improvement. In conclusion, journaling is an invaluable tool for self-improvement, offering numerous benefits for emotional health, mental clarity, and personal growth. By encouraging self-reflection, mindfulness, and goal-setting, journaling provides a framework for individuals to better understand themselves and make meaningful changes. It allows people to track their progress, uncover limiting beliefs, and maintain focus on their aspirations. Whether used as a therapeutic outlet or a method for goal-oriented planning, journaling fosters a deeper connection with oneself and the growth process, leading to a more fulfilled and empowered life. Number 8. Don't attach yourself to outcomes. In our pursuit of success, happiness, and fulfillment, we often become deeply attached to specific outcomes. Whether it's landing a dream job, achieving financial stability, or reaching a personal goal, the outcome becomes the focal point of our energy and efforts. However, attaching ourselves too strongly to these outcomes can lead to stress, disappointment, and frustration when things don't go as planned. The truth is, outcomes are inherently uncertain. We cannot control every variable, and life has a way of unfolding in unexpected directions. Therefore, it is essential to recognize that while goals are important, they should not define our sense of self-worth or happiness. The journey itself, the process of growth and learning, holds far more value than any end result. When we attach ourselves too rigidly to a specific outcome, we often ignore the lessons and experiences along the way. This attachment blinds us to the potential for growth in moments of failure or struggle. In these moments, we may view setbacks as personal failures, rather than opportunities for growth. By releasing our attachment to the outcome, we allow ourselves to embrace the process and take each step as it comes. This shift in mindset opens us up to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, fostering resilience and patience. In fact, many of the most successful individuals didn't follow a linear path to their achievements. They encountered failure, rejection, and obstacles, yet it was their ability to stay focused on the process, rather than obsessing over the result, that ultimately led them to success. The key to this mindset is trust. Trusting in the process and in our ability to navigate whatever comes our way is vital. Trust that even if the outcome isn't what you envisioned, the experience will teach you something valuable. Life is not a series of milestones to be achieved. It is a journey to be lived. Each moment, each choice, and each detour contributes to the person you are becoming. When you shift your focus from the end result to the quality of your experiences, you begin to enjoy the journey for what it is, rather than constantly seeking a destination. Moreover, attachment to outcomes can lead to unnecessary stress and anxiety. The more we fixate on a desired result, the more pressure we put on ourselves. This often results in a fear of failure, as we start to view failure as something catastrophic, rather than a natural part of the process. When we let go of this attachment, we free ourselves from the burden of unrealistic expectations and self-imposed pressure. We begin to see that success is not a destination, but a series of small wins and lessons learned along the way. Even when things don't turn out as expected, we are still moving forward, growing, and evolving. Ultimately, letting go of attachment to outcomes allows us to lead a more peaceful and fulfilling life. It frees us from the constant need for validation and control. We become more present, enjoying the moment and the effort we put into our endeavors regardless of the result. In doing so, we cultivate a mindset of contentment, where our worth and happiness are no longer dependent on achieving specific outcomes, but are instead rooted in the knowledge that we are doing our best, growing through challenges, and embracing life as it comes. By learning to detach from the outcome, we open ourselves up to a more expansive and fulfilling experience of life, one that is less about reaching a destination and more about embracing the journey itself. Number 9. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool, one that can transform our mindset, our relationships, and our lives in profound ways. Cultivating gratitude isn't just about remembering to say thank you when someone does something kind for us. It's about fostering a deeper appreciation for all the small moments, the people and the experiences that make up our everyday existence. It's about shifting our focus away from what we lack and redirecting it toward what we have. When we consciously practice gratitude, we begin to see life in a new light, one that's filled with richness and meaning, no matter what challenges we may face. The benefits of gratitude are backed by research. Studies have shown that those who regularly practice gratitude experience better physical health, improved mental well-being, and stronger social connections. The simple act of acknowledging the good in our lives can boost our happiness and increase our resilience in the face of adversity. It's a tool that not only brings us peace but also strengthens our ability to cope with stress, reduces anxiety and depression, and even helps improve sleep quality. These benefits don't come from some grand gesture, but from the small, consistent efforts we make to appreciate the world around us. One of the most effective ways to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. This practice encourages us to pause and reflect on the things we are thankful for each day. It might seem trivial at first, but as we go through this process, we begin to notice more of the little blessings in our lives, the quiet moments of peace, the smiles of loved ones, the warmth of the sun on our skin, or the joy of a good book. Even on difficult days, a gratitude journal can help us identify moments of grace that we might otherwise overlook. Writing these down reinforces the habit of acknowledging the positive, and over time it helps shift our overall perspective. Another powerful way to cultivate gratitude is through mindfulness. By being present in the moment, we become more attuned to the beauty of our surroundings, the kindness of others, and the small joys that might otherwise pass us by unnoticed. When we take the time to truly experience life in its entirety, without distractions or judgments, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of gratitude. It's not about ignoring life's difficulties or pretending everything is perfect, but rather recognizing the balance of both the good and the bad, and embracing the richness of experience. Gratitude can also be deepened through acts of kindness. When we show appreciation for others, it often comes back to us in unexpected ways. Complimenting a colleague, thanking a friend for their support, or even just offering a smile to a stranger can create a ripple effect of positivity. This, in turn, fosters an environment of mutual gratitude. As we give thanks to others, we often find ourselves feeling more thankful in return. These acts don't need to be grand or complex. Simple gestures are often the most impactful. Cultivating gratitude also involves letting go of the habit of comparison. In our social media-driven world, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our lives against the curated versions of others' lives. But comparison steals our joy and clouds our ability to appreciate our own unique journey. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we reclaim our sense of self-worth and foster a healthier, more grounded perspective. Ultimately, cultivating gratitude is about choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life rather than dwelling on the negative. It's about embracing the good in ourselves and others, no matter how small or fleeting it may seem. The more we practice gratitude, the more it becomes a natural part of who we are. It becomes a lens through which we view the world, and in doing so, we enrich our lives in ways we never thought possible. It's a simple but transformative practice, one that we can incorporate into our daily lives, one small step at a time. Number 10. Master your emotions. Mastering your emotions is a journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Emotions are natural and often uncontrollable responses to the world around us, but our ability to understand, manage, and channel them is what separates reactive individuals from those who lead lives of emotional intelligence. Emotions are neither good nor bad, but they are powerful forces that can either empower us or hinder our progress. The key to mastering them lies not in suppressing them, but in learning how to respond constructively. At the core of emotional mastery is self-awareness. The first step in mastering your emotions is recognizing them as they arise. This involves tuning into your body and mind, paying attention to physical sensations, thoughts, and the subtle cues your emotions give you. Are you feeling anxious, angry, sad, or perhaps joyful. By naming the emotion, you begin to take control. The more you practice this awareness, the easier it becomes to identify patterns and triggers that set off strong emotional reactions. This self-awareness creates space between the emotional stimulus and your response, offering a chance to choose how to act instead of reacting impulsively. Once you're aware of your emotions, it's time to explore their underlying causes. Often we react to emotions without fully understanding why they've surfaced. Our emotions are reflections of our values, beliefs, and experiences. For example, anger may arise from a perceived injustice, while sadness may be linked to unmet expectations. By reflecting on these emotional experiences, we can better understand what is truly important to us and begin to address the deeper issues at play. This introspection fosters emotional clarity and empowers us to respond to situations more thoughtfully. A critical aspect of mastering your emotions is emotional regulation, which involves adjusting your emotional state to suit your needs and goals. Instead of allowing emotions to control your behavior, you learn how to manage them in a way that aligns with your values and long-term objectives. This might mean taking a few deep breaths when you feel stressed, walking away from a heated argument to cool down, or practicing gratitude when you're feeling down. Emotional regulation isn't about eliminating negative emotions. It's about cultivating the ability to shift your emotional state toward a more constructive mindset. Mindfulness practices can be an excellent tool for emotional mastery. By cultivating a mindful attitude, we train ourselves to respond to emotions with compassion rather than judgment. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This creates a sense of detachment, which enables us to experience emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Through regular mindfulness exercises such as meditation or deep breathing, we build the mental discipline to remain centered even in the face of emotional turmoil. Moreover, emotional mastery is not just an individual pursuit. It's deeply interconnected with our relationships and how we interact with others. When we master our emotions, we enhance our ability to empathize, communicate, and resolve conflicts in a healthy way. People who can manage their emotions tend to have better social interactions because they don't project their unresolved emotional issues onto others. Emotional intelligence in relationships fosters trust, understanding, and respect, which are essential for creating meaningful connections. Lastly, mastering your emotions doesn't mean striving for perfection. It's a continual process that involves patience, practice, and self-compassion. Sometimes emotions will catch you off guard, and that's okay. What matters is your commitment to learning from each experience and gradually becoming more emotionally resilient. The more you practice emotional mastery, the more you build your emotional strength, which can lead to greater peace, clarity, and happiness. In conclusion, mastering your emotions is not about avoiding difficult feelings but rather learning to respond to them with awareness and intention. It's about taking responsibility for your emotional life, understanding what drives your feelings, and choosing to engage with them in ways that align with your values. When you master your emotions, you open the door to personal growth, stronger relationships, and a deeper sense of inner peace. Emotional mastery is a lifelong journey, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Number 11. View challenges as opportunities. In life, challenges are inevitable, but how we perceive and respond to them can shape our future in profound ways. The way we view challenges plays a significant role in how we navigate adversity and use it as a stepping stone to personal and professional growth. Instead of seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles, it is more empowering to view them as opportunities, avenues for learning, development, and transformation. Shifting our perspective can be the key to unlocking potential we never knew we had and can turn difficulties into experiences that propel us forward. First and foremost, challenges are often opportunities in disguise, pushing us to step outside our comfort zones. It's easy to settle into the familiar and avoid uncertainty, but real growth rarely happens without discomfort. When faced with a challenge, whether it's a tough project at work, a personal setback, or an unforeseen life event, it presents an opportunity to stretch our limits, develop new skills, and build resilience. It's in these moments that we learn how capable we are, often surprising ourselves with what we can achieve when we push through the struggle. By embracing challenges, we stop seeing them as threats and start seeing them as chances to evolve into better versions of ourselves. Moreover, challenges give us a chance to innovate and think creatively. When confronted with problems, our brains are forced to work harder to find solutions. This can lead to new ways of thinking, discovering untapped resources and approaching situations from different angles. For example, a business facing financial difficulties may be challenged to rethink its operations or product offerings, leading to innovative solutions that could never have been imagined in the absence of such pressure. In these moments, failure is not a final destination, but a learning opportunity that opens up a new path for growth and improvement. Challenges also cultivate resilience, a quality that is indispensable in navigating the ups and downs of life. Resilience is built through facing difficulties head-on, learning to bounce back from setbacks, and growing stronger with each experience. It's the repeated exposure to challenges that teaches us how to manage stress, adapt to changing circumstances, and maintain our focus in the face of adversity. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding challenges, but from facing them and emerging wiser, more determined, and better prepared for whatever comes next. Another key aspect of viewing challenges as opportunities is that they help us clarify our goals and values. When we are confronted with obstacles, we are forced to examine what truly matters to us and why we want to overcome the challenge in the first place. Whether it's a personal goal, a career aspiration, or a desire to improve our relationships, challenges can bring our purpose into sharper focus. They act as a mirror, reflecting our strengths, weaknesses, and motivations, ultimately guiding us toward a more authentic and meaningful path. In this way, challenges not only reveal who we are, but also point us in the direction of who we want to become. Lastly, seeing challenges as opportunities promotes a positive mindset, which has a powerful impact on mental health and overall well-being. When we approach difficulties with a mindset of curiosity and possibility, we reduce feelings of helplessness and frustration. Instead of saying, "Why me?" we ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in thinking helps us maintain a sense of control, even in difficult situations, and allows us to remain optimistic despite the challenges we face. The belief that we can overcome obstacles and turn them into opportunities increases our self-confidence and gives us the strength to keep moving forward. In conclusion, challenges are not to be feared or avoided, but embraced as opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. By viewing challenges through a lens of opportunity, we unlock our potential, develop resilience, and become more resourceful. Challenges have the power to redefine our limits, foster creativity, and clarify our purpose. They are the catalysts for personal and professional growth, and with the right mindset, we can turn even the most daunting difficulties into valuable stepping stones on the path to success. Number 12. Limit your desires. In today's world, where consumerism and materialism are at an all-time high, the idea of limiting our desires can seem counterintuitive or even extreme. However, the principle of limiting desires is not about denying oneself pleasures or living a life of deprivation. Rather, it's about cultivating contentment, peace, and long-term happiness by distinguishing between what we truly need and what we are often led to believe we want. We live in a society that bombards us with advertisements, social media influencers, and peer pressure, all urging us to want more. More possessions, more status, more experiences. This constant push can cause a cycle of dissatisfaction, where we never feel fully content, always striving for the next item or achievement that promises fulfillment, but rarely delivers lasting satisfaction. By limiting our desires, we can shift our focus to the things that truly matter. At the core of this philosophy is the belief that inner peace and happiness do not come from external possessions or achievements, but from an internal state of balance and contentment. When we reduce the number of things we desire, we reduce the internal turmoil caused by the constant chase for more. This doesn't mean giving up on goals or ambitions, but learning to appreciate what we already have, making peace with the present moment, and understanding that true, Fulfillment lies in the quality of our experiences rather than their quantity. Limiting desires can also lead to greater freedom. In a world where we are often enslaved by our material possessions, the more we own, the more we are responsible for maintenance, storage, and even the mental burden of keeping up with trends or societal expectations. By paring down our wants, we free ourselves from these burdens, creating more space for what truly enriches our lives. This could be as simple as spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies that bring joy, or contributing to a cause greater than ourselves. When we let go of the idea that happiness comes from having more, we can fully embrace the beauty of simplicity. There's a profound wisdom in limiting desires when we realize how much time and energy are spent chasing things that do not bring lasting satisfaction. People often accumulate things, from the latest gadgets to fashion trends, seeking validation from others or trying to fill an emotional void. However, this pursuit can lead to a shallow existence, where happiness is fleeting, and the constant desire for more leaves us feeling empty. Instead, focusing on personal growth, cultivating meaningful relationships, and prioritizing experiences that align with our true values can lead to a more fulfilling life. Another key aspect of limiting desires is the impact it can have on mental health. The relentless desire for more, for bigger and better, can lead to anxiety, stress, and even depression. We might start comparing ourselves to others, feeling inadequate because we don't measure up to the idealized versions of success portrayed in media. When we limit our desires, we become less likely to fall into these traps, embracing gratitude for what we have and accepting ourselves as we are. This shift in mindset can reduce the pressures we place on ourselves and create a healthier, more balanced life. In essence, limiting desires is about seeking balance and recognizing that less can truly be more. It is about freeing ourselves from the constant chase for more and learning to value the present moment. By focusing on what truly matters, whether it's our health, relationships, or personal growth, we can create a life that feels full, rich, and meaningful, without the weight of unattainable desires dragging us down. In embracing this approach, we unlock a deeper, more lasting sense of happiness that isn't tied to the transient whims of the material world. Number 13. Cultivate wisdom through learning. Cultivating wisdom through learning is a pursuit that enriches both the mind and soul. Wisdom is more than just the accumulation of knowledge. It's the ability to apply that knowledge with discernment, understanding, and insight. While knowledge provides us with facts, wisdom empowers us to interpret and make decisions based on those facts in a way that reflects deeper understanding and foresight. To truly cultivate wisdom, one must approach learning not just as a way to memorize information, but as an ongoing process of growth, self-reflection, and open-mindedness. The journey toward wisdom is often an exploration of both the world around us and the world within us, as we learn not only from books and lectures but also from our experiences, interactions, and introspection. The foundation of wisdom is laid by a lifelong commitment to learning. This learning does not stop once formal education ends. Rather, it evolves and continues as long as we remain curious and receptive. At its core, learning is about acquiring knowledge, but as we advance, we realize that understanding the context of that knowledge, how it fits into the bigger picture, is what enables true wisdom to emerge. Wisdom isn't simply about knowing what is right or wrong. It's about knowing how to navigate complex situations where the answers are not always clear-cut. It's about recognizing nuance, embracing uncertainty, and learning how to approach problems with humility and patience. To cultivate wisdom, one must first be willing to embrace failure as a crucial part of the learning process. Mistakes and challenges often provide the most profound lessons. In a society where success is often glorified, it can be easy to overlook the valuable insights gained from moments of struggle. However, it's in these moments of adversity that wisdom is often born. When we reflect on our mistakes, rather than shy away from them, we develop a greater understanding of our limitations, strengths, and the intricacies of the world around us. This self-awareness is a cornerstone of wisdom, for it allows us to make decisions that are not only informed, but also compassionate and thoughtful. Another essential aspect of cultivating wisdom is the ability to learn from others. No one person has all the answers. And a key part of becoming wise is recognizing that we can always learn from different perspectives, whether through direct mentorship or by simply listening to others. Wisdom grows through empathy and understanding, and learning from the experiences and insights of others opens our minds to new ideas, cultures, and viewpoints. This broader perspective helps us make decisions that consider not just our own interests, but also the well-being of others. It encourages us to act with integrity, to seek justice, and to nurture a deeper connection to the human experience. In addition to external learning, cultivating wisdom requires internal reflection. It's not enough to absorb information or accumulate experiences. We must take the time to reflect on them, analyze them, and internalize the lessons they offer. Reflection allows us to process our emotions, challenge our biases, and expand our thinking. It's through this introspection that we refine our judgment and develop the kind of discernment that separates knowledge from wisdom. The ability to step back, evaluate, and adjust our approach based on new insights is what makes wisdom a dynamic, ever-evolving process. Finally, the cultivation of wisdom is closely tied to a mindset of continuous improvement. Wisdom isn't something that can be fully attained. It's a lifelong journey. The more we learn, the more we realize how much there is still to understand. As such, cultivating wisdom requires a sense of humility and a willingness to remain open to new information and ideas. It's the recognition that there is always room for growth, and that true wisdom lies not in knowing everything, but in knowing that we can always learn something new. In conclusion, cultivating wisdom through learning is an ongoing process that requires both external and internal efforts. It involves a commitment to lifelong learning, a willingness to learn from others and ourselves, and a dedication to reflection and growth. Wisdom is not something that can be easily attained, but through patience, humility, and perseverance, we can all develop the ability to navigate life's complexities with insight and discernment. Number 14. Live in the present moment. Living in the present moment is one of the most profound and rewarding practices you can embrace in life. In a world filled with distractions, obligations, and endless to-do lists, it's easy to get caught up in worrying about the past or fretting over the future. However, when we allow ourselves to be fully immersed in the here and now, we unlock a sense of clarity, peace, and contentment that can otherwise be elusive. The idea of living in the present moment, often referred to as mindfulness, encourages individuals to engage with life as it unfolds, without judgment or interference. It's about observing your thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them, acknowledging the fleeting nature of each moment, and appreciating what is right before you. This practice doesn't mean you ignore your responsibilities or neglect planning for the future. Rather, it suggests that you become fully engaged with whatever you are doing at any given time. Whether it's enjoying a conversation, savoring a meal, or simply breathing in the fresh air, the goal is to bring your full awareness to the present experience. One of the main benefits of living in the present moment is that it alleviates stress. When our minds are constantly dwelling on past mistakes or projecting worries into the future, we create unnecessary anxiety. By focusing on the present, we free ourselves from this mental burden. You may have heard the saying, "The past is gone, the future is yet to come, but the present is a gift." This statement captures the essence of mindfulness, appreciating the present moment as a gift that will never come again. Additionally, living in the present moment enhances our relationships with others. How often do we find ourselves distracted during conversations, thinking about something else, or planning our next response? This disconnect creates a barrier to true connection. However, when we are fully present with someone, we listen attentively, respond with empathy, and engage more deeply in the interaction. It fosters a sense of mutual respect and understanding, making relationships more meaningful and rewarding. Mindfulness also plays a crucial role in improving mental and emotional well-being. By being present, We cultivate an awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations, which allows us to respond to them more consciously rather than reacting impulsively. This self-awareness fosters emotional regulation and helps us break free from patterns of negative thinking. Furthermore, living in the present helps us embrace the impermanence of life, which can lessen our fear of change and the unknown. The more we accept that everything is temporary, the more we learn to appreciate each moment as it comes. Of course, achieving a state of mindfulness and living in the present moment isn't always easy. Our minds are often in a constant state of flux, jumping from one thought to the next, making it challenging to stay grounded. But with regular practice, whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply pausing to take in your surroundings, you can strengthen your ability to focus on the now. Like any new habit, it requires patience and persistence, but the rewards are worth the effort. Ultimately, living in the present moment is an invitation to fully experience life. It's about appreciating the beauty in everyday occurrences, finding joy in simple pleasures, and developing a deep sense of gratitude. When we let go of the need to control every aspect of our lives and surrender to the present, we allow ourselves to experience life in its purest form. This shift in mindset can transform how we relate to ourselves, others, and the world around us, bringing us closer to a sense of peace and fulfillment. Number 15. Be prepared for death. Death is an inevitable part of life, a reality that no one can escape. Yet, despite its certainty, many avoid thinking about it, preferring to focus on the present or future. But preparing for death is not merely about the act itself. It's about the life we lead and the legacy we leave behind. Being prepared for death involves accepting its inevitability, confronting our own mortality, and reflecting on how we want to live until our final moment. Only through such preparation can we truly live a meaningful life and ensure that our passing does not leave behind chaos, regret, or unfinished business. One of the first aspects of preparing for death is acknowledging that it will come. This acceptance does not imply an obsession with death or a constant preoccupation with its arrival, but rather an understanding that life is finite. We often take our days for granted, allowing them to pass without much thought. Yet, as we age or face loss, we begin to realize the fragility of life. Embracing our mortality frees us from the illusion of invincibility and encourages us to make the most of each day. It reminds us to cherish relationships, pursue meaningful work, and find fulfillment in simple moments. Death becomes a reminder to live with intention, to not waste time on trivial matters that don't serve our deeper purpose. In addition to accepting death, another critical element of preparedness is addressing practical matters. Many people avoid discussing death, leaving their loved ones in the dark about their final wishes. Whether it's drafting a will, making healthcare decisions, or planning for funerals, organizing these affairs ensures that those we leave behind will not be burdened by confusion or indecision. Financial stability after death is also a part of this preparedness. By planning for the future, we ensure that our loved ones are taken care of and that our affairs are handled with dignity. It is a gift of care and responsibility that we offer to those who remain, giving them the space to grieve without the added stress of logistical complications. But being prepared for death goes beyond the physical and legal aspects. Emotional and spiritual preparation is equally important. Confronting death means reflecting on the life we've lived. Have we made amends with those we've wronged? Have we expressed love to those we care about? Are there things left unsaid, unfinished conversations, or unhealed wounds? This type of preparation requires honesty and vulnerability, as it involves coming to terms with our regrets and finding peace before our final breath. It also requires forgiveness, not only for others but for ourselves. Letting go of resentment and guilt allows us to approach death with a sense of closure, making it easier for both us and our loved ones to let go when the time comes. Spirituality also plays a crucial role in preparing for death. For some, it means nurturing a connection with a higher power, practicing faith, and finding solace in the belief that death is not the end, but a transition. For others, spiritual preparation may involve seeking a sense of inner peace, reflecting on the interconnectedness of all life, and cultivating mindfulness. Regardless of the specific spiritual path one follows, this aspect of preparation helps to mitigate fear and anxiety about death. It provides comfort in the unknown and supports a peaceful transition when the time arrives. Finally, preparing for death allows us to live a life that is true to who we are. When we confront our mortality, we can prioritize what truly matters. The things that once seemed urgent, work deadlines, material pursuits, societal expectations, often lose their significance. In their place, we find the courage to follow our passions, repair relationships, and express our love and gratitude. Our death becomes a reminder that life is precious, and every moment is an opportunity to be more intentional, more present, and more connected to the people and things that bring us joy. In the end, to be prepared for death is to be prepared for life. It is about accepting the impermanence of our existence and living in such a way that, when our time comes, we can do so with grace, peace, and a sense of fulfillment. It is a reminder that death, while unavoidable, does not define us. How we live does. So, as we walk through life, let us live in preparation for our death, knowing that it is not something to fear but something to accept and embrace as a natural part of the human experience. And there you have it, 15 powerful Stoic secrets that can help you not just achieve your goals, but also master your mind and emotions in the process. Remember, Stoicism isn't just about enduring hardship. It's about transforming your mindset to align with what you can control and letting go of the rest. By practicing these principles daily, you can create lasting change and take intentional steps toward the life you want to live. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content on how to live a life of purpose and power. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What Stoic secret resonated with you the most? Keep striving for growth, and as always, stay Stoic.